The Real Show is brought to you by UCS Facility Management Limited, Omni Basic Bank, and Dewdrop Hand Sanitizer.
Welcome back to The Real Show. If you just joined us, we are about to have an amazing conversation with my first guest, and she is Dr. Mickel Brown. Let's take a look at who she really is. There's a lot in store. We'll be back.
Dr. Mickel V. Brown is a 30-year-old Jamaican woman. She lectures at the Ghana Institute of Journalism and manages StudyX, a virtual education platform. Mickel earned her PhD from Universitat Autonoma de Barcelona with a thesis on social media activism, earned her master's in law from Wake Forest University and bachelor's from the University of Southern California. She is co-founder and executive director of the Mickel Foundation, a youth-based and youth-led non-profit primarily based in Jamaica but operating in 12 countries. Mickel is also the vice president of Global United Diaspora. She has conducted projects throughout 31 countries in fields including ending hunger, sustainability, youth, racial equality, women's empowerment, health, culture, and education. She was named one of the Caribbean's 30 under 30 in 2019. In 2021, she was appointed as a World Food Forum champion. Mickel is an activist who believes we have the power and duty to heal and protect our earth and its people through education and implementation of impactful changes. Welcome, Mickel, to the Real Show Studios.
A big welcome, Doctor.
Thank you so much for having me.
I love, I'm good, and I love your energy. Like, I couldn't wait to say it on air.
I love your energy as well.
Thanks so much for gracing us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
I love your outfit and everything.
And I love your outfit. Look at this. Look at this.
So, tell me, why did you choose to become a doctor?
Ooh, oh my gosh, this PhD journey was very intense. It started when I was young. I think I was about 5 years old at the time. I had known about undergraduate degrees. Of course, I didn't know that's what they were called. I knew about the master's degree, but this was the first time I heard about a PhD. And I asked my auntie what that was, and she said a PhD is the highest level of education anyone can ever get. And I was like, I'm getting that. It's happening. And so it happened in 2020. Which was a crazy year for all of us, making it maybe 5 times more difficult. The entire journey was extremely hard, but thanks to God, we persevered, we made it through, and here we are.
All right, great. Tell us about the Mickel Foundation.
Absolutely.
What inspired it, how it started, how the journey has been, where you are now, where you plan to be.
Absolutely. Right. I was like, if only I had the answers to these. Mickel is like my baby. It's like my child. It started in 2013. I've always, I guess, been grateful for all the people that have helped me along my journey. And I've recognized that I really would not be here without them. And so in 2013, I was in law school. My friend was in business school. We were having a conversation. And it was snowing outside. We're 2 people from Jamaica, and it was like a very just surreal moment. And I said, look at how far we've come. And we started reflecting on our journeys, and I said, you know what? If it hadn't been for those people who believed in me and invested in me, I wouldn't be here today, and I want to do that for other people. So that's how Mickel was born. We are a youth-based, youth-led nonprofit, primarily located in Jamaica, but we serve about 12 other countries around the world, including Ghana. Planning to start a Ghana chapter this year, so I'm excited about that. And our areas are environmental sustainability, women's empowerment, agriculture, the performing arts, sports, mental and physical health, education, and financial literacy.
Great. And do you do partnership with other organizations as well?
Absolutely. That's probably been the source of some of our best events. I believe in the power of partnership and unity. We're better together. So we've partnered with several organizations, both small and international, unconventional and untraditional ones. We just finished a fire kits project with the UNDP, so I'm really excited about that. But it's been a journey.
Great. And how do you get volunteers to join now that you're starting the Ghana chapter?
Oh man. So I don't know how Ghana is going to work, but for Jamaica, we've never advertised for volunteers.
Wow.
The need for volunteers. They just keep coming. It's just constantly in the inbox. How can we get involved? How can we be a part of this? And I'm just so grateful for that blessing that we've never needed that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it will be the same in Ghana. They'll see the vibes.
If they know about it.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's what we're going to have to work on,
Yes.
probably.
Yes.
But I think once people see the vibe, see that we're of pure heart and trying to do the best that we can to make the world better, they'll probably want to join.
Yes. Do you have some social media pages you can put out so that if people want to get into it and reach out and all of that?
Yes, you can follow at Every Mickel JA, on Instagram, and then from there you can go to the link tree and you'll see the website www.everymickelfoundation.org. You'll find everything there.
Yeah, that's great then. And you lecture at GIJ. Tell us about that. What do you do? How is the journey being? And tell us how you've liked Ghana since you came.
Oh man. Listen, Ghana is my home, my second home. I've been here for all of, can you guess how many? How many?
No, how many?
6 months.
You know, when I heard all of, I thought you were going to say 6 years.
No. It feels like forever. To be honest, this is my second time in Ghana. My second time I moved.
Yeah.
First time was in 2019, year of return. But even then and before then, I always knew Ghana was going to be the place for me. Somehow, I just always felt a connection. And now I live here. And it's been wonderful.
So now you're based here now?
Based here. I'm going to be here next year.
How different is Ghana from Jamaica?
Ooh, not very different. Can I tell you?
Yeah, you can tell me.
Ghana is just a bigger Jamaica. That's all it is. There are some cultural components, of course, that are slightly different. But the majority of it, as far as I can see,
are very similar.
It's very, very similar in every way. And then GIJ lecturing has been great. I'm eager to get into the classroom to meet my students.
Yeah, you're using a virtual platform now.
Yes, there is a strike now as well. So, you know, we're waiting on that a little bit. But yeah, lecturing is one of my passions. And I'm just grateful to have the opportunity to be there.
Nice. And how do you look at, or how do you see journalism in Ghana? Do you think, where do you think we are?
I think there's so much potential. A lot of it is untapped, but I see the effort to making journalism just top tier. Not just from a Ghanaian standard, but from a global perspective. I've been seeing it, and I see so much talent in the classroom as well. I can't wait to see what the future has in store for journalism in Ghana. Every year, the quality is just increasing. I've been watching for a while, so I'm excited about that.
And you were awarded one of the Caribbean's 30 and the 30.
Yes.
Tell us about that as well.
So that was probably one of the most surprising achievements of my lifetime, and it was just an honor to be recognized. A lot of us, we do a lot of work and honestly don't expect recognition. At least for me, that was never the intent. The intent was to make a difference, to make an impact, and to fulfill my purpose. And to, I guess, be recognized in that light and amongst my peers who are so amazing. It was 1, surprising, 2, a big honor, and 3, triggered a bit of imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
As I'm sure we're all kind of familiar with, just feeling like you don't really belong. But man, grateful for that.
Yes, and if I'm right, you have a belief that we have a duty to protect and heal the world. How do you think we can do that through our activities, and how do you see that happening in Ghana now? Is it good already? What can we change? What can we do better?
There's a lot that I think can be changed, and a lot that I intend to work on in order to ensure that those changes occur.
I like how you personalized it. You said, I intend to work on it. So you're making the effort, and then everybody else should. That's how the big change will happen.
I think that's that's key for change. One is believing that it's possible. A lot of us see situations and they're bad, they're negative, and we just say, okay, well, that is the way it is. But why is it that way? Why does it have to be that way? Doesn't. Can change. Just like how it changed before, it can change again. So I think one thing that I would like to see in Ghana and in the world is people believing more in themselves and in each other. The power of you and the power of me to make a difference, regardless of how small it is, which is kind of what every Mickel is about. It's a Jamaican proverb. The proverb is every Mickel make a muckle, which means every little thing adds up when combined to make something big.
So every effort matters.
Exactly. So that's it. In Ghana, I think in terms of healing the world, what I would love to see is a bit more environmentally conscious people coming forward and spreading the consciousness. A little bit better trash
management.
Exactly. That's key, because the beaches are beautiful and I want to swim in them.
Yes, but
you can't. I cannot. I really want to swim in Accra. So that's something that I think we're going to be working on in the next few years. Just making that better, because we will all benefit from that.
Yes, that's great. Maybe we should talk about a campaign afterwards, because Zimlion is running a campaign where they're also pushing something of the same. There are a few other organizations also pushing that. Okay. And so we could probably have a conversation and come together and create something big, you know, so you can swim in the beaches, right?
I'm here for it. I am so here for it.
All right, tell us how you handle setbacks. You've done so much. If you want to go into details, our minutes will not be active. But you know, there are viewers watching, people that have seen your profile, they're admiring and wishing they would also make an impact, just like yourself. And so the reality is, it's not easy, you know, to go for what you want and try to reach out and make the change that you wish to see. So how has it been for you fighting setbacks and, you know, keeping the edge to keep going on, so that today you are here and then other people are wishing to be you, even though you still have other things you still want to keep doing?
Right. I can tell you, I'm a very honest person. This is the real show, so I'm going to be very, very real. People who see me today think that the journey has been easy. For the most part, I've been handed everything on a silver platter. The fact of the matter is, I've worked, I've been abused, I've been homeless, I've had several near-death experiences, I've had failures, I've been stressed, I battle with depression and anxiety, and I'm here, right? And you probably can't tell just by looking at me, but to be honest with you, those setbacks are part of what made me me. And the reason I kept going was because I always knew that I was here for a reason. I believe in God and I love my family terribly. And one thing that has kept me going is not wanting to let them down, not wanting to let God down, and knowing that I have a responsibility. Just the simple fact that I'm alive means that there's a reason I'm here, right? And I don't want my life to be in vain. I don't want any minute to be in vain, and I intend to make a difference for the future generations. Yeah, so that's what keeps me going, the future, my family, and God.
Oh, that is so inspiring. Thank you so much for sharing. And let's look at the global issues. No, in fact, let's come to Africa and even Ghana as an example. With growing economies in Africa, we still have that cultural impact on women's development, because women still have the idea that men should take the lead in productions or productivity generally. They should bring in the finance and so on and so forth. So women, the few who are trying to overcome that, even though it's the 21st century, we still know those things exist, and they're trying to overcome that. They are all thinking that then they have to rub shoulders with the men, you know, or go to school like 1,000 years to be recognized. And the few who don't have the education in mind also think that going for technical or something that has to do with your talent, something to do with your hand, or some sort of training, vocational training, is something people look down on. What do you have to say about this?
What I have to say?
We have that problem in Ghana.
I was like, should I say?
You should say it. It's a real show. I'll keep it real.
All right, women. We are strong, we are resilient, we are powerful, we are capable, we are intelligent, we are impactful. We make so much out of nothing every single day. We should be leading. We should be at the forefront of every single career around the world, because we've shown that we're capable, and we've shown that that's where we belong. Whether it's in the house or outside of the house, you see women taking the lead. Yes. Right? Yes. And sometimes people may think that we can't, that we lack the capacity or the emotional intelligence or, I don't know, control to do things. But the fact of the matter is, our passion and our ability to see things from a wider perspective, from a bird's eye view, right? To remove ourselves from situations and see them for what they are. That's what makes us powerful. And I think it's important for us as women to unite, to recognize that there's enough room at the top for all of us. This is not a competition. We all have a place somewhere. And for those who are using their hands or cooking, doing more traditional roles, even the women who decide to stay in the home, they matter. We need them. And there is a reason why they're good at what they're good at. Everybody belongs somewhere in this world. And if we are all given equal opportunities to see what we're good at, what we're passionate about, and do all of those things and earn equally.
Yes, very necessary.
Imagine what the world would be like. Imagine.
Yeah.
It would be amazing.
Yeah.
Have to big up Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley. I love her. I'm a little obsessed with her right now. But she is really a force. And I think we need to see women in those positions a bit more and recognize, especially younger girls, they're watching us. They're watching to see what they will be able to do. So we need to start the changes from now. We need to start changes from yesterday, because if we allow them to do what they're capable of doing, the world will be better. I guarantee that.
Well, you heard from Dr. herself. She is saying that no matter where you find yourself as a woman, you can make big changes wherever you find yourself. Start with your daily activities and what you're good at, and you have nothing to stop you, because the opportunities are there. And even when they aren't, that people have broken through forces and barriers to make it. And as a woman, nothing can stop you. She's motivating you tonight, and you heard that on The Real Show. So what are your plans for the rest of your stay in Ghana?
Well, I'm going to be living here. So lecturing at GIJ. We're going to start the Every Mickel chapter. Hopefully do a Clean Up Ghana campaign and start, I don't know, other personal life things. Get married, have children, the works. I'm excited about that. And excited to be in a place where that's now on the table. So all of those things, and just enjoy Ghana. I really want to explore. Take me to every waterfall, please. Oh gosh, I'll be in all the water for sure.
Great, you really should see Ghana. Ghana is a beautiful country.
Yes.
And we are looking at the fact that you were talking about the environmental change that you want to go through. And I don't know if you're going to set up something separate for that. But like I said, we can do the collabs of set after set and everything. And I'm super glad that you decided to choose Ghana to move in here, and I really hope that your stay goes well.
It will.
Yeah. But for the lecturing, would you say that, I mean, right now there's a global issue, that's the COVID-19 is still not over. That's why you're having the virtual education. Would you say that there's a lot of negative impact from the virtual system? Because a lot of people are complaining. We had the virtual system sort of forced on us because of the pandemic, and then as it took a drop in numbers and panic and all of that, we took a break from that, and now we are back. Do you think the back and forth is distorting the educational system from the little experience you've had from journalism at the
Slightly.
GIJ?
So GIJ is kind of doing a mixed approach. Some classes are in person, some are online.
Okay.
From what I've observed, which is like everything in education, nothing is for everybody. Everyone has different ways of learning. There are some people who have been able to thrive through virtual education, and some people have really suffered as a result of it. So I think it's going to require a lot of research post-pandemic, if that ever happens, but starting now to see how it's impacting our youth and our teachers as well. And we need to figure out ways forward, how to make it more engaging, more appealing, if this is going to be our new reality, because there are virtual education platforms popping up. I mentioned that I'm managing StudyX as well, and that's a virtual education platform, and it's helpful for those who need to access education on the go. But for those who, you know, it's been forced upon, it's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah. All right, so do you have some life principles that you live your life by? Because looking at the fact that you manage the foundation and then you still have the work on the side and you're looking to add family and all of that, would you say it's easy, you know, to juggle the two, or there's something you do that helps you manage that and even your life as a whole?
It's not easy. We'll start there. For me, I think it's just knowing that my strength is not mine, it's God's strength. It's knowing that I'm here for a reason. And I have a mantra, which is all I can do is all I can do. That's all I say over and over again. I'm working on balancing. Honestly, I haven't been balancing at all. Been overdoing it. Working on balancing, working on boundaries, working on saying no, working on sticking to time limits and all of that stuff. I also practice yoga, which helps with me relaxing and all of that fun stuff. I like lists relax me as well. And then, as I mentioned, put me in the water and I'll feel a bit better. But I'm working on it. I don't have it all the way together yet, but working on boundaries and balance and all that fun stuff.
Great. So Dr. Rachel Brown said she is working on it. She doesn't have everything figured out, but she's working on her balancing so that everything can work out eventually. So if you don't feel like you've got everything sorted out in life, you are good to go. That's okay.
Yes.
That's real. That's life. Because even she is facing that, and you can overcome too. Just keep at it.